What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. You also know I am a Webull preferred influencer. Right now, mention it all week. Best promotion they have. Use my referral link, open an account. Whether you deposit money or not, you'll get free stock. If you sign up for the Apple promotion, they will give you free shares of Apple if you refer as well. Right now, I am over $1,000. So, interesting issue in the community today. We had Front Office Sports come out with some tweets about the EA college football game. Now, this link is now closed. Now, I know traffic can impact a link, but it seems strange to me that in this day and age you have a data cap on something. College football, though, in terms of gaming, can do that. They have set a date of July 2023, so just over a year from now to return. And they have been able to confirm that EA Sports is currently contacting schools so that they can get assets for the return of the game, including information about band songs, crowd chants, cheers, school-specific timing and use of particular audio. And then from there, they've said that athletic conferences and bowl games have conceptually approved participation in the game. So, last time we had a game from EA in terms of college football is 2013, but I want to kind of do a deep dive here about what I think this means for the community as a whole. Number one, the college football game was beloved, but it was very much in the same heart of Madden. A lot of what changed was the atmosphere, and this is what they're talking about here. Mascots, school chants, bands, those things is what kind of helped separate Madden from NCAA, other than the fact that NCAA would traditionally release earlier. So I think if you look at where they are, the Madden game engine, the EA football engine, over the past 10 years has gotten really, really tiring to the gamer. For that matter, I don't want to diverge too much from this, but going into the beta, having played it, I think you see a lot of creators, a lot of opinions right now that are in that honeymoon phase. The game looks a little different visually. They see a couple animations they've never seen before. They look at the tuning of the game different, and there's this positive push of, look at how great it is now. I firmly believe that just like we've seen in the past, 30, 60, 90 days passes, and you start to see these animations become repetitive. You start to see some of the issues that are still present in the game come back up. Now, all of a sudden, you don't have this disposition of this is the best game ever. So we have to understand EA's football engine is in a much different place now than it was then. So I think where this can benefit EA is you're going out to colleges, some of the most diehard fans in all of sports. You're marketing to a younger demographic, right? If you can get someone at the college level to play this game in a setting where they've got other friends in the dorm, they're all playing as one team, the other team, multiplayer facets, online facets now are so much more readily available. I think what you can have is a position where EA basically says, let's forgo paying for the NFL license and let's focus on an NCAA product. Because I think the watershed moment is going to be what actually generates more interest in our community. Is it going to be EA Sports in an NCAA game, or is it going to be 2K's arcade game? Because I think to many of us, our anticipation is that a arcade 2K football game would still provide a better simulation football or overall football experience than EA. And I think if we get into a position where EA sees that they can let go of the NFL license, stop paying for that, and instead allow the NCAA game to stand alone, I think you could see the NFL, who's already known to revisit their agreements. We just saw Official Pizza go from Papa John's to Pizza Hut to now Little Caesars. It's not out of the ordinary for these things to happen where EA either lets go or forgoes paying. And I think a lot of people forget about this. They pay for the license. So I think an extra revenue stream for EA Sports a different fan base that might not already be so tired of the game engine could be one of the best things. You also have, from a creator standpoint, the ability now for so many more people to create content, consoles that record games, easily allow you to do voiceovers. I think they really open themselves up if they do want to keep the NFL game there and not have the exclusivity agreement. A much larger platform for people to create, go in through a complete college game, taking their draft classes and going up to the NFL, or following that player completely through. Those are things that have allowed players to have great experiences and creators to have much viewed systems from one game to the next season to the next league. And I think that is really where EA could shine if they had the capacity to run an entire series of college and pro games. But to do that, I think at this point, they really have to substantially change the engine from one game to the next. I don't think it's going to be the way it used to back in 2013, where people are willing to sit there and buy NCAA almost as the pre-Madden, if you will, play that game for a couple months, and then go rush to buy Madden. We've seen the Madden sales numbers are down because they've had to give so many copies away. I don't think they're going to be as eager to start handing copies of NCAA away when they're going through all this work to go out and get things approved, get licensing in place, and deal with all the legalities that literally set this game back over 10 years if we really do see it in July of 2023. So as far as what they're actually going to provide, there's not a lot more here that we don't know. I mean, let's be honest. Anyone in the room knows we were going to get bands, we were going to get cheerleaders, we were going to get mascots, we were going to get theme songs, we were going to get loyalty to the alma mater. What we don't know is what is this going to be built in, what is it going to be based with, and what team is developing this game. For the longest time, EA would run two separate teams. We've seen EA trim a lot of people out of their football programs, not retain them to go over and work on a college football game. That in and of itself is relatively interesting. Everyone in the community knows Swami is no longer employed at EA. If he was this master in terms of building a franchise mode, it would have made sense they would have done everything to maintain him and put him over into a role with NCAA. Now, that doesn't mean he couldn't say, hey, listen, I want to go on to the next stage of my life. I'm just saying they've let go of a lot of people that could provide a lot of value to an NCAA-based game, and we still don't know who's actually going to be working on this title that honestly has a lot of hope for gamers to come back into the marketplace with a quality experience and product that Madden has not been delivering year in and year out. So I would love to know in the comments section, what are you more excited for? EA College Football or whatever 2K is going to present in the form of an NFL arcade game? Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will be back in a week with more commentary.